And we welcome you into the Friday edition, August 5th, 2022 of Dodgers Daily. I'm Casey Porter of Dodger Poke Report. I'm glad that you've tuned in. Last night was a crazy night down on the farm in the Los Angeles Dodgers organization. We had multiple ejections in the Oklahoma City game. Tulsa scored 23 runs. The Loons won an exciting 5-4 game, and the 2022 draft picks dominated the Rancho game in Low A, Rancho Cucamonga. So there's a lot of highlights to get to. Let's not waste any time, and let's get right to them. Michael Busch hit his 13th home run with Oklahoma City, his 24th of the year. It came off the bat at 103 miles an hour. It traveled 408 very happy feet. Busch is now hitting 277 on the year with an OPS of 905 and has hits in 5 of his last 6 games. He hit 303 in July, so he has been hot, and he had an OPS in July as well of 884, so the left-hander out of North Carolina. Originally from Minnesota, he played his college baseball at the University of North Carolina. Michael Busch has been hitting very well. He has an elite hit tool. I've seen him play many, many times, and I know people who have coached him. He is very tough. He is a very good second baseman, and he has an elite hit tool. So exciting to watch Michael Busch. He's so close to Los Angeles. So there is his 24th of the year, his 13th at Oklahoma City. But we're not going to be done with him. We'll get back to him, so keep that one in your back pocket. And we're going to get to the next video and show you what happened when he hit another home run in this game here in the next video. So check this out. Michael Busch thought he had his second home run of the night and his 25th of the year, and it was called a home run, as you can see it right here on your video screen, or if you're listening on podcast, you can listen to me describe this. This is a ball that you can't tell if it's fair or foul, and the home plate umpire had the call on, or whoever's call it was, called it fair. You can see Michael Busch made it all the way around the bases. This home run actually would have tied the game, and then all of a sudden the umpires get together, they overturn, and I'm going to talk all the way through this because you guys want to see the umpires coming together. They talk about whether this is fair or foul. They change the call, and then all of a sudden now it's a foul ball. Travis Barbary, the manager, wants nothing of it. He's not actually getting ejected right here. He'll get ejected later. I believe it was Emmanuel Burris, as you see there left on your screen. Manny Burris, the hitting coach for Oklahoma City, I believe, is the one that got ejected. Don't quote me on that, but I thought that is him on your screen, though, talking to the umpire on the left. And I believe he was the one that got ejected because he left the dugout, and I do not believe that is allowed to do. Travis Barbary, as he always does, defending all of his guys, he's not very happy about it. So Michael Busch, we're going to see in the video, has to come back to home plate. He has to reset. Travis Barbary is now getting Manny Burris and escorting him off of the field, and then Michael Busch strikes out. As Michael Busch strikes out, he is not very happy about it. He walks back to the dugout. He more than likely probably says something right there, and then there's an ejection, I believe, on that. Then Travis Barbary gets upset. Travis Barbary gets in the face of the home plate umpire, and he gets ejected. So I don't know if Michael Busch was ejected or not. I'm not sure, but I do know Travis Barbary was ejected, and then somebody from the dugout that I think is Manny Burris got ejected as well. So I know there was at least 2 ejections. You can see Travis Barbary not very happy. And, it is dog days of summer in August when you lose your temper. You've been fighting 100-degree temperatures, and then you have something like that happen, and you're just simply not very happy about it. And Travis Barbary always looks out for his guys. So that was an exciting time last night. So at least 2 guys get ejected, maybe 3. The next batter after the ejections is Ryan Noda, and this is the double. I have the wrong video on here, but Ryan Noda actually hit a home run, and it was a definitely I have your back moment for Noda. It was a wonderful moment, and the Dodgers end up losing, but this was a lot of fun. Had the 2 ejections. There's the home run right there for Ryan Noda. We just saw, look at him flip the bat, look at him look back in the dugout. That is definitely a I have your back moment for Ryan Noda. One of my favorite moments of the year from one of my favorite players. I told you the big lefty, he is a wonderful teammate. He loves playing baseball. He has a lot of energy, and I've shown you several videos of that. This one certainly is one of those, and that was a fun moment. Not quite as exciting, but certainly every bit as effective. Tomas Talis doubled in 2 runs for Oklahoma City. And quietly, Tomas Talis is having a really, really good year. He's hitting .295 for Oklahoma City, and it's not like he's been hot and cold. He's been very consistent. As you've looked at his averages throughout the year, he's pretty much hovered around that .290, .295 range. So Tomas Talis, the catcher that has major league experience in the Dodgers organization, one of those fringy 4A guys, having a very good year. And you just saw a 2-run base hit from him that actually gave the Oklahoma City Dodgers the lead at the time. The Tulsa Drillers had their biggest offensive night of the year, scoring 23 runs on 21 hits. This is Justin Yurchak hitting a home run. The Drillers actually hit 5 home runs in this game to beat Northwest Arkansas, the AA affiliates of the Kansas City Royals, 23-7. This was Justin Yurchak's 4th home run of the season, and he is second on the team in batting average after hitting .381. Again, he hit .381 in July. He had an OPS of .988, and that's to back up last year when he hit .365. So there is Justin Yurchak's 4th home run of the season for the Drillers. Johnny DeLuca had a triple and a home run last night for the Drillers. The home run was number 25 on the year, which is the second best in the organization and second best in all of AA. He has raised his batting average something like 50 to 60 points since the middle of June. He has been absolutely on fire. You know, he went to Oregon and played for George Horton, and Oregon was a program that in 2009 did not even have organized baseball. Baseball was a club sport for the Ducks, and then I believe it was 2010 they hired George Horton. They make baseball, they turn it from a club sport into a university sport, and they won something like 42 games the first year they had baseball. So they were very appealing. You know, they had the Nike logo and Phil Knight, and they were an upstart program. DeLuca chose them. DeLuca was actually a switch hitter in college and played the outfield. He also, DeLuca ran the 100 meters in high school, and he was a very, very, very good long jumper, and he actually set a record as a junior in the Southern Sectionals in the long jump. He has a world of power, and we know that he's very fast with all of his track activities, and now he's starting to hit for average as well. So this young man, Johnny DeLuca, is absolute dynamite. The Drillers scored 7 runs in the top of the 5th inning, and I have every hit in this video right here. If you go to my Twitter feed or Instagram or Facebook, you can find this entire video, or we might be able to talk all the way through it to get through all of it. This is Andy Pages. He had a double, and then he also had a single. So Andy Pages had 2 hits in the inning. That was Brandon Lewis, and he had a 2 RBI double. That's his 2 RBI double. Next up, you're going to see Leonel Valera triple home, 2 more runs, and we're going to get to that here in just a minute before Carson Taylor singled home Leonel Valera, and then Beatal there is Leonel Valera with his 2 RBI triple. Next up is going to be Carson Taylor with a single that singles home Valera. Then Beatal Avellino hit his 2nd home run of 2022 before Andy Pages got his 2nd hit of the inning. So Andy Pages, 2 hits in the inning. The Drillers score 7 in the top of the 5. There is Carson Taylor and his RBI single. And then I'm going to go ahead and talk long enough so we can see Beatal Avellino's 2nd home run of 2022. Here it is right there, Beatal Avellino. So the Drillers scored 7 runs in the top of the 5th inning last night en route to 23 runs on the night. The Loons won a very exciting 5-4 game last night over the Lake County Captains, who are the High A affiliates of the Cleveland Guardians. What you're seeing here is Emanuel Vargas, who had 2 hits last night for the Loons, including his 15th home run of 2022. He continues to lead the entire Midwest League in on-base percentage at .433. I like to call him the machine because he has been like a machine all year, and then really going back into about half of last year, Emanuel Vargas has been just fantastic. He has been basically a machine at the plate, and again, he leads all of the Midwest League in on-base percentage at .433. Jose Ramos hit his 16th home run last night for Great Lakes. It was his 22nd overall, and he has now hit home runs in 2 games in a row. He also has hits in 5 of his last 6 games and 9 out of his last 11. You can see just how talented this right-handed hitting Jose Ramos is. He is a very good outfielder. He has a big arm. He has a lot of athletic ability. He has a lot of power. Just needs to reduce the swing and miss, and in my opinion, steal a few more bases. He only has 4 stolen bases on the year. I think he's a 2020 type guy. You can see the talent in this video, just exactly how talented he is. So Jose Ramos, he had his 16th home run last night. He's good at going the other way like all the Loons are. So again, Jose Ramos, home run number 16 on the night last evening. Braden Fisher put up another 0 for Great Lakes last night, which is his 6th scoreless performance in a row. The League City native is having just a tremendous year with an ERA overall of just 2.68. His whip is just 1.24. This is actually one of his saves on the year. And the thing I really like about him, it seems like the more pressure is on him, the better he pitches. He loves being in those big spots. He seems to deliver every single time. He has the big, you see, 96-mile-an-hour fastball to go with the good secondaries. There's that four-seam up in the zone at 96. So Braden Fisher, the League City native, there's 97 from Braden Fisher. League City native, having a really good year. Jacob Cantleberry put up another 0 last night as well for Great Lakes. That marks 6 out of 7 for him that he has not given up a run. His ERA since the beginning of July is approaching 1.00. So for the young man who graduated or was an alum of Missouri, he was a Missouri Tiger. Missouri Tiger for the Great Lakes Loons right now is really, really hot. He's been pitching really, really good for a little over a month now. So Jacob Cantleberry. Left-hander out of Georgia, Ben Harris right now is the best pitcher, well, one of them at least, in the minor leagues. We're going to get to a few more. Jordan Leisure would have something to say about that. But he's just been absolutely dominant, and he was dominant again last night. He gave up no runs in his 1 inning of work. He had another strikeout, and he now has 86 strikeouts on the year and 43 innings. He also has an ERA, or had an ERA in July. I'm going to rewind that. He had an ERA in July of just 0.75 and a whip of just 0.42. So the lefty out of Georgia, Ben Harris, has been absolutely on point. Ryan Sublette got the win last night for the Loons to move to 5-1 on the year. He threw 2 scoreless innings. He's now gone scoreless in 10 of his last 11 outings in a period where he has 27 strikeouts and 14 innings. So he had 4 Ks last night. So I'm going to rewind that again so you can see it again. The Texas Tech Red Raider, Ryan Sublette, has been very, very, very good recently. 27 Ks in 14 innings. He had 4 Ks last night. This is video of left-handed hitting catcher Dalton Rushing, who was just drafted in this recent draft here in 2022. He had 2 hits last night for Rancho, including his first home run in the Dodgers organization. He's a catcher, again, like that was drafted in the second round of this year's draft out of Louisville, another Louisville Cardinal. The Dodgers love them. Bobby Miller and Will Smith and Devin Mann, now Dalton Rushing, all Louisville Cardinals. There's a lot of buzz around this young man, and for very good reason. You can see he can hit. He has a good hit tool with him. I'm very excited actually to see him play at the professional level. I've not seen video of him yet with Rancho, so I'm excited to see that. This is video of another 2022 draft pick that the Dodgers had in this most recent draft, and this is Taylor Young, the young infielder out of Louisiana Tech, who was just had a ridiculous senior season at Louisiana Tech. In his senior year, his on-base percentage was .506. He hit .364 with an OPS of, check this out, 1250. His OPS was 1250. His average was .364, and his on-base percentage, I'm going to rewind that so you can see that again, and his on-base percentage was .506. And this is video of Taylor Young, who again made a big impact on last night's game for the Quakes with 2 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and a double. Benoni Robles, as you see it in your screen here, the left-hander for the Quakes, 6 foot, above 6 foot, 6'1", I believe is his exact height. Good measurements for him, but he had a great outing last night for Rancho Cucamonga. He went 4.2 innings. He gave up no runs. He struck out 4, and he walked just 1. Robles is a 21-year-old out of the Dominican Republic. He's been with the Dodgers since 2018, and he has gone scoreless in 2 out of his last 3 outings. Joaquin Valdez continued his good work with the Quakes with a scoreless 1.2 innings last night, and his ERA is down to 3.08 on the year. Last night with his 4th scoreless performance in a row and 7th out of his last 8, and during that period, he has 18 strikeouts to just 18 strikeouts in 10.2 innings. So the right-hander Joaquin Valdez has been pitching very good for Rancho Cucamonga. Madison Jeffrey recorded his 4th save of the year. He's one of my favorites. I got to see him at West Virginia. He had his 4th save last night of the year for the Quakes. He's gone scoreless in 7 out of his last 9 outings, and he has 11 strikeouts during those 9 innings. What I like about him is that he has that knees and elbow type. All you see is just kind of feet and knees and elbows in the delivery. Then he just comes at you with big stuff. Look at that big slider and a big attitude, too. He is very competitive. I am very high on this young man out of West Virginia. He grew up in West Virginia, I believe Huntington, and then he also went to West Virginia University, Madison Jeffrey. I'm glad that you tuned in to another edition of Dodgers Daily for Friday, August 5th, 2022. And I hope that you tune in tomorrow. And I hope that you visit DodgerPokeReport.com or visit Dodger Poke Report on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. And then I also hope you become a subscriber to our podcast. Just search Dodger Poke Report or Dodgers Down on the Farm or Dodgers Daily. Any of those searches will get you to the right podcast. Become a subscriber, and you'll never miss a thing from Dodger Poke Report. As always, I'm glad that you've tuned in, and go Dodgers.